Only two teams in NBA history have faced each other more in the playoffs than the Celtics and Knicks. But this time, it's not about history, it's about shock.
Fast Horford stops, pulls up, two-pointer, got it! 5-point lead for the Knicks with under 4 to play.
The Celtics, who finished the regular season with a league-best 64 wins, are suddenly down 0-2 at home. The Knicks? They weren't even favored, yet here they are, one of the most dangerous road teams in the league, stealing both games at TD Garden. So what's going on? Is this just a slump for Boston, or are the Knicks built to break the East wide open?
Boston is a fabulous team, but when their superpower is not working.
Stick around. This series is rewriting expectations, and you're not going to believe where it might be headed next. Game 1 was chaos. Controlled chaos if you're a Knicks fan. Boston looked dominant for 3 quarters, a 20-point lead, home court advantage, energy, swagger, all of it. The Celtics were hitting shots, getting stops, and feeding off the crowd, but something snapped in the fourth. The Knicks didn't panic. They tightened their defense, slowed the tempo, and started clawing back. Slowly at first, then suddenly it was real. Jalen Brunson lit the spark, slicing through the Celtics defense like a surgeon. Every possession became surgical.
I got to get your take on this one. OG was in his bag game 1 and earned just about.
OG Anunoby, silent for most of the night, came alive with a barrage of mid-range jumpers and clutch threes, matching Brunson's 29 points by the end. It was a slow-burning storm, and Boston never saw it coming. But the real madness came in overtime. With the game tied and tension boiling over, it was Mikal Bridges who stole the moment literally. 2 massive steals under pressure, one that turned into a fast break slam that sent Knicks fans into a frenzy. The second one, it sealed the game. Cold, clinical, calm. Final score, Knicks 108, Celtics 105. But the real story wasn't the number. It was the stunned silence inside TD Garden, a home crowd frozen, while the visiting Knicks fans, they roared like they owned the place. If game 1 was shocking, game 2 felt unreal. Boston again had a double-digit lead. They had the rhythm, the pace, the crowd was alive, and yet again they collapsed. A familiar script, a different hero.
And Josh Hart led the team in scoring with 23. I mean, there is a list of things that.
This time, it was Josh Hart who set the tone. 23 points, relentless defense, non-stop hustle, every loose ball, every rebound, every rotation he was there. Karl Anthony Towns, dominant, 17 rebounds, 21 points, and a physical presence that made Boston's bigs look undersized. But once again, the fourth quarter belonged to Mikal Bridges. 14 points in 12 minutes, 1 drive to the rim, 1 fadeaway over 2 defenders, and then the moment everyone's talking about, 11 seconds left, Celtics down 1. They inbound, and Bridges reads it like a veteran cornerback. He jumps the lane, grabs the ball, and just like that, the game is over. No miracle comeback for Boston this time. Final score, Knicks 91, Celtics 90. Another stolen win, another heartbreak in Boston. And this time, it wasn't a fluke, it was a statement. 2 games, 2 comebacks, back-to-back punches right in Boston's chest. And now, momentum isn't just shifting, it's sprinting toward New York. The numbers don't just tell a story, they scream it. 2 teams, 2 completely different trajectories. For the Knicks, it all starts with Jalen Brunson. Through 2 games, he's averaging 23 points. But it's more than stats. He's the heartbeat. Every possession flows through him. When the game slows down, when things get tight, it's Brunson who's orchestrating.
Brunson drives past Horford, gets inside, leans in, bangs it in.
Whether it's a pull-up jumper, a drive to the rim, or a smart pass to the corner, he's in full control. Then there's Josh Hart. He's everywhere. You look up and he's grabbing a rebound over a power forward. You blink and he's already sprinting down court. He's putting up points, yes, but it's the hustle, the energy, the effort that's setting the tone. He's doing the dirty work, and it's beautiful to watch. OG Anunoby, healthy, finally, and it shows. He's locking down wings, switching onto bigs, and hitting timely shots. His two-way presence is balancing this team like never before. And then you've got Mikal Bridges. He's not scoring in bulk, but when it matters most, final 5 minutes, fourth quarter, closing possessions, he's the one with the ball. Cool, calm, and clutch. Now look at the Celtics. It's a different story. Jason Tatum is averaging just 18 points. And the shooting? Under 28%. He's hesitating at the arc, getting caught in double teams, and forcing contested looks. There's doubt creeping into his game. You can feel it. Jalen Brown is putting up about 20 points per game, but it's not smooth. He's rushing into traffic, turning it over, trying to take over in moments where the offense needs balance, not chaos. And the three-point shooting, brutal, just 25% as a team. In a league where spacing and shooting decide playoff games, that number isn't just bad, it's a liability. The Celtics live and die by the three, and right now they're dying slowly, possession by possession. Injuries aren't just part of the story, they're shaping the whole script. For Boston, it starts with Kristaps Porzingis. He's not right. Game 2 saw him limited to just 14 minutes. He's battling an illness, but his absence speaks louder than anything he said post-game. When he's on the floor, the Celtics have spacing, rim protection, a pick-and-pop threat that forces defenses to stretch. Without him, the lane closes, the defense softens, and their entire rhythm feels off. Sam Hauser being out doesn't grab headlines, but it matters. It shortens the rotation, it limits Boston's floor spacing even more, and in a playoff series, even small cracks can turn into collapses. Now compare that to the Knicks. No injury reports, no minute restrictions, no one coming back from a bad ankle or shoulder. They're healthy, fully loaded, every guy in their rotation is contributing at 100%, and that kind of physical edge adds up fast. In the playoffs, every bump, bruise, and tweak matters. Health becomes its own form of strategy. Right now, the Celtics are shuffling lineups just to survive. The Knicks, they're rotating for matchups and momentum, and that difference, it's showing up on the scoreboard. Coaching is playing a huge role. Tom Thibodeau has done his homework. He's taken away Boston's comfort zones. Every switch, every trap, every rotation feels deliberate. His rotations are tight, but the energy never drops. And his decision to keep Mikal Bridges on the floor in key moments has paid off twice. Meanwhile, Joe Mazzulla looks rattled.
You know, it's twofold. We're concerned about his health, where he's at, and then we're concerned about what we have to do better.
Criticism is mounting. Twice now, he's refused to call a timeout during a Knicks run. Twice, it's cost him. His offensive sets are too predictable, and the Knicks are reading them like a book. If Boston doesn't make adjustments soon, this series might slip away before they even get to Game 5. The games are intense, but the scenes off the court, wild. After Game 2, Knicks fans straight up took over TD Garden. Chants, flags, jerseys flooding the exits. Security had to step in after several arguments between fan sections turned heated. And now, all eyes are on Madison Square Garden. Game 3 tickets are selling for double the usual price. The hype is real. The pressure is realer. This isn't just a series, it's a moment. A culture clash between the grit of New York and the tradition of Boston. And everyone's watching. The Celtics are down 0-2. But the sports books, they still list Boston as slight favorites. Why? Home court advantage is gone. Confidence looks shattered. And the Knicks are firing on all cylinders. It comes down to adjustments. If Boston can shoot better and protect the ball, they've got the firepower to come back. But if Jason Tatum doesn't regain form, and if the Knicks keep controlling the paint, this series might end quicker than anyone imagined. Don't forget, New York hasn't been this deep or this dangerous in 2 decades. This could be the year they break through. 2 games in, and everything's flipped. The defending champs are wounded, the underdogs are fearless, and the energy, it's nuclear. The Knicks have turned a playoff series into a statement. And the Celtics, they're either about to dig deep or go home. So who takes it? The sleeping giant from Boston or the street tough squad from New York? Drop your predictions in the comments. Who's walking into the Eastern Conference Finals? Smash that like button if you're riding with the Knicks. Or tap it if you still believe in the Celtics comeback. Don't forget to subscribe and hit that bell icon because this series, it's far from over.